Okay, I would like to call the meeting to order. Notice of the meeting was properly posted Friday, June 16th of this year. If it's the pleasure of the board, I would like to go ahead and go down to item number 10. Is that okay with you guys?
No objection.
Okay. Okay, Rob, you got the floor on item 10. It's discussion of possible action to consider the development of a memorandum of understanding between Oklahoma County and the OSU Extension Service to provide specific IP service and telephony to the OSU Extension Service.
Yes, we would like to discuss the development of a memorandum of understanding for us to continue to support the OSU Extension. We would provide them with monitoring and service for their switch, their firewall, and we would also manage their wireless access point and their telephone. And we would also manage their internet circuit. That's one of the options we're presenting to this board. The other option is to not have a memorandum of understanding and to have OSU Extension seek IT support on their own. We think that it would be beneficial and easy for us to continue to support them as we have over the last several years, and we would ask this board to consider the development of a memorandum of understanding. We think that would be in the best interest of all parties, but ultimately it's this board's decision on whether or not they want to continue to support them or whether they want to completely cut off.
Rob, in reading your attachment, there's going to be, I guess, additional cost above and beyond the $250?
Correct. So we pay, I think, currently for an OMES circuit, $196 per month approximately.
And that would be for OSU?
That would be for OSU. It would be an OMES circuit, and what we would do is we would put that circuit there for them, and we would pay that for them, and then they would pay us. I do have a special revenue cost code in my budget, so we would receive. We talked about the possibility of being able to receive that via special revenue for them, and then we would be able to turn around and pay that circuit for them on a monthly basis. $196. So it would be $250 plus $196 approximately.
And then the support cost for the telephones, the PDT phone support cost?
Yes, the way that it's worked in the past with the county is with the IT department is the contract holder for PDT, and what is done is each department determines the total number of phones and how much they need to pay for support, and that is split between all the departments. So that would also be a cost that we would include in that amount. I think it's something like $40. It's a low amount.
About $40
yeah.
in the entire phone?
About $640 a year.
Yeah, $640 per year.
And then you mentioned the Cisco switch and the access points.
Yes.
Did OSU buy those, or did we buy those?
We own the switch, the firewall, and the wireless access point, and they bought a switch. The wireless access point they own.
Correct.
And they bought a switch, which we've talked to OSU Extension, and they have agreed that this would be part of the memorandum of understanding to actually transfer those items to us, so we would have ownership of them. So that would, in case there's ever any future issues, that we as a county would actually be the owner of it. Most of it, the reason why, is to protect our configurations. So if we have our configuration switches to security protocol we put on our switches and firewall, and we have them in someone else's ownership, then we would risk having that configuration compromised. So we talked to them about that and thought it would be in the best interest if they transferred those assets to us, and then we would manage it all for them. And this will all be outlined in more detail in the MOU.
Now, I'm not real familiar with their facilities. There's a county-owned building, there's leasing, and I believe that's the bulk of the facilities. And the building that OSU leased, or the building that OSU owns,
yes.
Are we providing internet telephony in that building also?
We would, correct. It would be the same connection.
Currently, no.
We're not now, but there's a fiber connection between the two buildings, and that's what we would do with this MOU, is we would establish internet in both buildings, and it would be allow one circuit to be maintained there between the two buildings, and the MOU would outline that.
So with if we took on the additional building, would that increase the monthly cost at OSU?
No, sir. It would be the same amount. It's just a wire that goes from one building to another, fiber optic connection.
So they have the phones and everything now for any additional needs?
Yes.
Yep.
And right now, I guess their internet provider is OMES,
Yes, sir.
and then they're on voice over IP as far as your telephones? Okay.
So you have a call.
That's all it is.
Do either one of you guys have any questions?
No, I move approval of development of the memorandum of understanding.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion.
Randy, wait, could we, time frame? We're near the start of the new year. How long do you anticipate it would take you to get a draft of that MOU?
We could probably have one by the end of the week would be my guess. There's templates that are out there. We personally never executed, and we have some MOUs floating around. But we would, certainly if there's a template available, we could put one together rapidly.
And Randy, do you want to sit back, or you just want to, once it's done, put it directly on the?
Yeah, I think, the motion that carried 2-1 was to approve development of the MOU. I don't know if we require a second motion. If we do, I would say just demonstrate to the FCC. And I don't know if we need official action to direct them to do that. I mean, we've told them to go forward with it, and then if the FCC wants to change the MOU, we can change the MOU at that level.
Yeah, I just think that the MOU would need to be very specific before you recommend it to the VOCC. As far as, the cost and what services we're going to offer, and now with the additional building. Because as far as the cabling, if someone accidentally cut the cable between building A and building B, whose liability would that be to fix it? Is it our cable? Is it their cable? The fiber between the two buildings?
That's a great question. We would have to find out who's capable.
Yeah.
Who would be considered the actual owner of the underground.
Right, yeah, because I'm just looking at the liabilities at this point, because, when something like that happens, a lot of times people, start pointing fingers back and forth, well, that's yours, and, But anyway, that would be something you could look at in developing the MOU.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions? Okay, I'll go ahead and call it. I don't think I called to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you, Rob. Do we have any citizens that wish to participate at this time? Seeing none, do we have any board comments? Randy?
Nothing for me.
Joe? I have none. Do we have a motion to recess into executive session?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Gentlemen, why don't we go into the VOCC executive session ring? Do I have a motion to return back to open session?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Do I have a motion to go back into recess and go back into executive session at 1:35?
So move to recess, reconvene executive. We'll have to come back here.
Okay.
So we'll reconvene at 1:35.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Do I have a motion to come back into open session?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye. Move to adjourn.
Recess.
I'm sorry, move to recess into executive.
We need a taco.
Freudian.
No, I know what I meant. Yeah. Move to recess into executive session.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Do I have a motion to return back to open meeting?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 6, action regarding employment or appointment of Director of Employee Benefits.
Chairman, I move that that we recommend to the Board of County Commissioners that a job offer be extended to John Wilkerson for the position of Director of Employee Benefits at the same salary and benefits level currently received.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstention?
And this doesn't tie the board's, this recommendation in no way ties the board's hands, correctly?
Correct.
Okay. Given that it does not tie the board's hands, I'll vote yes.
Okay, the motion carried. Item 7, action regarding employment or appointment of senior benefit specialist.
Chairman, I move that we recommend to the Board of County Commissioners that they extend the job offer to Lee Nguyen for the position of Senior Benefits Specialist at the same salary and benefits level currently received.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Joe, did you vote?
I did,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, with the explanation, it doesn't tie the board's hand, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item 8, action regarding employment or appointment of, I believe this title's going to change when you make your motion, regarding the appointment of senior retirement and benefits specialist.
Right, Mr. Chairman, I recommend, or I would move that we recommend to the Board of County Commissioners that they make a job offer to Roberta Thomas for the position of Senior Retirement and Benefits Specialist, which is an amendment. It was a typographical error in the way that that title was written, at the same salary and benefits currently received.
Second the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 9, action regarding the possible demotion or discipline of Rob Till, an individually salaried public employee.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would move that we instruct the HR Director to develop a performance enhancement plan and review for recommendation to the VOCC concerning the possible demotion or discipline of Rob Till, an individual salaried public employee.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.